Morning! I know you wanted me to go outside, but it's still cold. So we're gonna do a session on our front this morning. So you're gonna come straight down onto your front. If you are pregnant, then you might want to stay on all fours for this first exercise. We're gonna place our hands under our forehead and just drop your tailbone away and connect your pubic bone down into the floor to lengthen through the spine. Let those shoulders soften away from your ears. And we're going to start with just reaching one leg long and coming back to center. So just a little reach. And although you're lifting the leg, really it's more of a reach towards the wall away from you. So if you're on all fours, you can just reach one leg out behind you and hover, keeping a nice straight back. And we're going to go for 3 more here. 2 and 1, and then come back to center, and then here just slide your shoulders up towards your ears and glide them away. As you glide them down your back, more think about the width across the front of the chest, so you're trying to smile through those collarbones. And then last one, widen here. And then here you're going to keep your hand glued to your forehead, and we're going to hover the forearm away, just lifting through the upper back and then lower. The other hand stays down, and really feel that the bottom hand, forearm and elbow are connected into the floor. So you plug in through the floor, glide the shoulder blade down the chest wall and hover through the other one. And down. We're going to go for 6 more here. So I'm almost pressing down through the bottom forearm and then keeping my forehead glued to my hand so that I'm not lifting my chin. Last 2 and last 1, and then we're going to switch. If you're on all fours, just do some little press ups so you can just bend your elbows and straighten them back up. So we've switched hands here. Glide your shoulder blades again down the chest wall, plug in through the bottom forearm all the way to the elbow, and then hover and lower. As you hover, just really connect your pubic bone, and you're not trying to come too high, you're just trying to extend into the upper back between the shoulder blades. 4 more, 3, 2, last 1. Nice. Then bring your hands under your shoulders. We're all going to push up onto all fours. Bring the knees in and round now into your nice cat stretch. Breath in. Then exhale, lift that tailbone, sink the belly, kiss the shoulder blades together and look up. And then we're going to drop into a nice neutral position. So just lift that breastbone away from the floor. Think of the crown of the head reaching to the wall away from you, like your head is an extension of your coffee table and your back is a nice coffee table. Tuck your toes under if you can. If you can't, you can leave them flat. And again here, for pregnant ladies, I just want you to do some lateral flexion here, side to side. You're not going to come up into a hover. We're going to come up into a hover and hold. Inhale and hold. Exhale, let it go. You're going to keep hovering those knees. You've got a choice now. You can either pop the knees down, make sure your body weight hasn't come forward, keep it even between your hands and feet. If you want to bring the knees down, do. Otherwise, drop the elbows, keeping the knees hovered. Wide shoulders, glide them down your back. And then push back up onto those hands and hover. Cool, 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Sink those knees down, flatten the feet, drop into a nice shell. Breath in. Exhale, we're going to scoop forward. We're going to come back down onto our front. So again, if you're on all fours, you can stay there. We're going to bring those arms out in front of you. Connect your pubic bone. Glide your shoulder blades down the chest wall, and now this time we're going to hover just one arm away and down and switch. So if you're on all fours, you're just reaching one arm forward and switch, keeping a nice straight back. So up to you which level you're working at. Last 2, last 1. And now we're going to come into leg movements. So here we reach and lower and reach and lower. 2 more. Alternating between those legs, keeping the pelvis nice and still. And now opposite arm, opposite leg, reach and lower. Keep the head heavy for now, for another 2 movements. Last 1. And now we're going to hover that breastbone, head and neck. You're not tipping the head up. Your third eye and your forehead stays looking at your mat. But this time, as you hover the arm, hover the leg, you just hover your breastbone, head and neck away from the mat. And lower. Hover and lower. 6 to go here. Breathing out. Breathing in. Last 2. Last 1. And then bring those hands in under your shoulders. Push up. Bring the knees in. Round into the spine, back into your cat stretch. And then release out. Now you can either stay in that leg pull prone prep position or walk the hands forward on the diagonal line, and we're going to do a plank here. So you tuck your toes underneath you, glide your shoulder blades down the chest wall. The hands are out in front. As you come into your hover, you then cannonball forward so that your shoulders are stacked over your wrists or just behind them, and now sink your heels away and hold. So if you want to stay in the 4-point kneeling position, do. If you're pregnant, you might just carry on with a couple of press-ups there, so bending your elbows and coming back up on all 4s. Nice, same thing here, we're going to come down onto the elbows, back up onto those hands, breath in, and then lift the tailbone as you exhale, and just into your downward dog, sinking through the breastbone, lift the tailbone, taking the weight back into your feet. Fold those knees in underneath you, bring the foot forward into our mermaid and side bend over. And switch. And just shuffle those feet round the other way. And side bend over. And over. And these 10 minutes go really quickly. Roll your shoulders back, so much I wanted to do. I will see you again tomorrow.